Yeah, we are live.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Sports Today live dugout. So, big update for all of you guys. Shreyas Iyer was missing the first test. Fit again, will be back, and will in fact be linking up with the team soon enough. Should likely be back in the playing 11. I don't think it's likely. I think it's definitely a given.
There's no likely. I think there's a definitely when you have Shreyas Iyer back, if he's joined the squad, which he any moment will. We're getting to know. This is, by the way, exclusive breaking that we managed to gather for you. Shreyas Iyer is fit again. We know he was down with the back spasm. He was unavailable because of a back spasm. He was getting that treated at the NCA.
Correct.
We've been told that he's fit. He's going to be joining the India squad and will be training with the team.
Tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow.
The Indians will be training tomorrow. They'll have to... what's the khabar that you have?
Cover is right in front of us.
So you can...
So Shreyas Iyer, as Harshit has already told you, he is now fit. He has got the clearance from the NCA in Bangalore, and as we speak, either he is on his way to Delhi or he must have reached Delhi and would be joining the Indian team that is going to play the second test from 17. So tomorrow, before the test match, India will have two practice sessions. One would be tomorrow and the other would be day after. So Shreyas Iyer is going to join the team for those two practice sessions, and most likely, as of now, it seems most likely that he will play in the 11, which means Surya Kumar Yadav, who made his debut in the last test match, is going to make way for Shreyas Iyer.
No, my point is, Rahul, while he's cleared the fitness test and that he'll be joining the team, does it make sense to straight away have him in the 11 while he's not had any match fitness?
You're saying doesn't or does it?
Does it?
But this team management, I think they have followed this procedure in the past also. Like we saw that in case of Shubman Gill and Ishan Kishan.
No, I'm not talking. See, I'm not talking in terms of technical. This thing that it was my place and because I wasn't there and somebody else played, and now that I'm back, it's my place. Yeah, match fitness. It's a tough test match.
Maybe that is the reason why you want to have somebody like Shreyas Iyer. Maybe the team management thinks that he's better equipped to handle spin on a Delhi track, which would not offer. In fact, which will offer assistance to spinners, and also the bounce here is usually low.
No, and I think
he's played a lot of IPL also
in Delhi. Correct.
In Delhi,
and also I think it would have been a lot harder to bring him in had Sky set the world on fire. Unfortunately, it did not. Look very scratchy before he got dismissed, and then.
Also, I think Shreyas Iyer, especially in the test scheme of things, happens to be that one player who, if available, will be a straight walk-in.
No, but my point is different. I'm not saying that if there is any debate over who plays, then obviously Shreyas Iyer gets to play. My whole point is he match fit? I mean, see, he was at the NCA, and I'm sure he would have been batting other than working on his fitness. I'm sure he would have been having nets. If he has been having nets, then it makes sense.
Yes.
Then it makes sense.
Because see, he was fit, I think maybe a few days ago, he was fit.
Okay.
It was just that the team management wanted him to be match fit.
Okay.
That is the reason why I think everything got delayed. So 14th was the day when the Indian team was scheduled to reach here in Delhi, our home ground, and the Indian team has also landed in Delhi, and Shreyas Iyer either he's already reached or should reach in next 1 or 2 hours. He should be here. He's definitely left from Bangalore. So that's the big news that we are breaking here on Sports Today. Shreyas Iyer fit and likely to play in the second test in Delhi.
And Ashwin did mention before the start of the series that Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant were the go-to men for the Indians in these conditions in the recent past. Rishabh unfortunately is not there, but Shreyas Iyer's utility on these wickets is something the Indian players also know of.
It also strengthens arguably one of India's biggest strengths in recent times, which is the lower middle order.
Yeah.
Iyer is going to be batting at 5. The top order has sometimes been a little shaky here or there. But last match around we saw it. The lower order got you a good chunk of runs. With Iyer there now in the playing 11, these conditions seems a no-brainer. Suddenly the team looks even stronger, if possible.
But KL Rahul, I think this KL Rahul will open the innings with Rohit Sharma. And expectedly.
See, if they started with KL Rahul, which was natural for them because he had been announced the vice captain, and yes, people do say that there have been instances of the vice captain having been dropped. But remember, this was the beginning of the series, and the team was obviously picked keeping in mind the fact that Rahul was also the captain of the Indian team not so long ago. And I think while the fans may or may not agree, the batting coach came that day and he said of the last test innings, he scored 2 overseas centuries and 2 half centuries. So while we assume that he's going to be on trial in the first test match and the second as well, the team management may be thinking differently. They may not even be having this debate. They may be amongst themselves sure that KL Rahul has to be given all the 4 test matches.
Correct.
Even though I feel that...
I have my doubts though.
See, again, you never know about the team management.
Not just KL Rahul. I think the team management is also racing against time because you have other people also. I understand you select a squad and then it is up to the team management to select the 11. I understand. But even they are racing against time, as in at least KL Rahul, just to justify his...
The BCCI is just like, Rahul, you just said. So the BCCI has also just now tweeted saying that Shreyas Iyer, India batter Shreyas Iyer has successfully completed his rehab at the NCA following his back injury and has been cleared by the BCCI medical team and will be joining the team. Well done, yaar. You were a good
before the BCCI.
half an hour before the BCCI.
BCCI will issue a statement.
They have to apply that Mohar stamp of approval.
But
again, KL Rahul. I think, in all fairness, Delhi should be his last opportunity. If he scores runs,
For KL.
yeah. If he scores runs, fine. He'll get more opportunities. But if it doesn't, unfortunately, somehow or the other,
You have to fit in Shubman.
then they will have to pull the plug on KL Rahul, at least for this series, and give Shubman Gill the last 2 test matches in Indore and Ahmedabad. As for Shreyas Iyer, the board has just announced, like Rahul did tell you on Sports Tak and now on Sports Today, that Shreyas Iyer has been cleared by the medical team. He is flying off to Delhi. He must be on the way, and the Indian team will have their first practice session tomorrow. There will be one more the day after, which means one day before the test match. So 2 practice sessions is what the Indian team will have. So will Shreyas Iyer, and most likely Shreyas Iyer is going to replace Suryakumar Yadav in the 11. Am I right?
yeah. You wanted to share this information with the world. I stopped you.
You are a great reporter.
No, I am saying I stopped you from sharing this
On the Twitter world.
on the Twitter.
I don't think winning a battle on Twitter is something on my agenda.
Absolutely.
I want to win the war in terms of the work that we do, on where we get paid from and where we work, the platform that we work. It's Twitter. Twitter is just a small battlefield.
True.
And the way things are going might not be a battlefield that even exists very long.
Sorry?
Saying the way things are going might not be a battlefield
Sure,
that
many
exists
people
very
have been sending questions. I think I forgot the name. He said he saw KL Rahul and Virat Kohli in Bombay. See, the team is assembling today. Don't forget the fact that if the Nagpur test match had gone the distance, which is 5 days, the Indian team would have travelled today from Nagpur to Delhi, and their practice is scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, normally what happens is if the test match finished inside 3 days and the Indian team had 2 off days, I'm sure most of the players went home to their respective places.
Yeah.
Virat must have gone to Bombay. KL Rahul must have gone to Bombay. I think Rohit Sharma also possibly was in Bombay. And, they'll be reaching Delhi tonight. They'll be assembling in Delhi tonight. And the first practice session will be tomorrow in Delhi, that is. Haji, Rahul ji. Any more?
You can take a few questions. It's a Rohit Sharma and but Surya Kumar, unfair or unfortunate?
Unfortunate.
For Surya Kumar Yadav.
Unfortunate.
Not unfair.
Yeah,
Would have been unfair if he scored like a ton or something.
you've been unfair on Shubman Gill, for example.
In fact,
But in
you'd say
cricket-
he's been more unfair.
See, in
lately.
cricket, you can't be fair to everybody. And I'm not saying that you will have your biases for or against, but you can't be fair to everybody.
Yeah.
Samson's also in that list.
For every 11 who play, there are 4 who sit outside.
Correct.
And each one of them will say, yeah, they're not fair to me. You spoke about Sanju Samson, but look at the opportunities that he's also wasted. So, I think Surya Kumar Yadav,
But in this case, you can't say he wasted an opportunity. He's just
he did.
He wasted
did.
some opportunity.
He wasted an opportunity, obviously, yeah. I mean, a test match plays for him may or may not happen again.
For
true.
Surya.
Yeah.
True.
So you've got to make use of it. Rohit Sharma did, and I'm not saying it was like he said, unfortunate. Yes, but then in life there are many who do not even get a single opportunity.
Correct.
There's a question.
A super chat.
Roy SP. Such contrasting news in just 2 days' time. He says definitely Iyer's addition is a plus, but yesterday we had completely different reports. Can't the BCCI release official news and give us
Yesterday,
clarity?
who?
Did we say anything?
I
We
don't
certainly
think.
did not. No.
So he must have. Roy SP must have said. Must have looked up on social media or.
Yeah. Place. You should.
And BCCI is just now
Put out
sent
a
out
release? Yes.
a press release as well, confirming the news Mr. Rahul Rawat has just given you on Sports Tak and Sports Today. You were good 30 minutes ahead, yeah. Well done.
No, that call lasted for a very long.
Yeah, so no, it's a good job. I mean, the reporter has got to be very, very well informed as well. You can't have half-baked information here. Good. ये क्या है यार ये कुर्सी चू 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 चू
But I'll say the very same thing.
I can't nod my head.
You should know your go-to.
Yeah, and
Platform.
speaking of clarity, yes, the BCCI, Roy, in case you didn't trust us enough, that is.
They
the
got it.
BCCI
Yeah, Roy
has-
SP does. Roy SP does.
Everybody.
But
Jalandhar.
yeah,
Are you going to Jalandhar? Pratibha Handa is waiting for you.
विक्की पाजी when are you coming to Jalandhar? मेरे नानके हैं भाई जलंधर. विक्की पाजी when you are coming to अरे यार it's been so many years now. We can go to Jalandhar one of these days वैसे. No, Meerut and Jalandhar. So one day, normally what can happen? Let me tell you. You go to Jalandhar,
First to Jalandhar or first to Meerut?
Jalandhar
And-
overnight,
Huh.
come back and go to Meerut from that road. Don't come to Delhi.
बार से.
Huh?
Yeah, but what do you want to do in Jalandhar?
Yaar, Jalandhar,
I'm just
I'll
asking.
meet Pratibha Handa.
Uh-huh.
I will buy laddus from Aryandi Hatti,
Uh-huh.
which is, I think, shut down now. And I will go to Football Chowk.
Madan ji is
Amritsar.
Amritsar, right.
I'll go to the football chalk, Faware wala chalk, and I'll take you to Basti Nau, Basti Guja. Do you know this? Basti Nau and Basti Guja are the places where the entire sports good industry
Acha.
is.
Yes.
Small scale. So you'll have the footballs, you'll have the hockey, you'll have the cricket bats. You just walking down the road and there are shops.
No.
What? This is Basti? Chowk?
Basti Nau
Basti
and
Nau.
Basti Guja. Pratibha ji, am I right? It's been almost 25 years since I've been there. Yaar.
No. I do trust you. Roy SP is back. He's saying refreshed your channel multiple times for a video on Iyer, but by then the Iyer Bumrah news was completely on social. What was the news on Bumrah?
Bumrah.
अरे वो ही people report ना थी कि the BCCI will now not select him for the last 2 test matches and the one days because they want him fit for the World Test Championship and this and
IPL
that.
also people must have said then.
IPL people are saying
But that's never gonna
कि
happen.
please don't play in the IPL.
हाँ, वो तो कभी नहीं
How can a player
miss out on that sweet dollar?
You know, last night I was with a very influential man in Indian cricket, and you were discussing the possibility of India making to the World Test Championship final and India winning it. And he said, "Jassi fit हो जाए तो अच्छा लगे."
अच्छा रहेगा.
Jassi fit हो जाए.
He's a game changer, obviously.
Can't forget the time that he set up, I think, Sean Marsh just on the stroke of lunch. I think this was the second test. The way he set him up with that slower one right at the stroke of lunch. Wow.
No, and it will be a very potent fast bowling attack with Shami, Bumrah and Siraj.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're going to play the match isn't at oval or
Yes, oval.
oval. So, and by the way, oval is a wicket where you can actually have 2 spinners also if you want.
Yeah.
There is a possibility that you can play 2 spinners. So
No, India will play 2 spinners.
Yeah.
in case, okay, Anil Saini, Women's Premier League schedule is announced. Shane, I believe, will share that with you. And then Shubham Singhal is saying, okay, yeah, can you say something on, a lot of people, are not too happy with the fact that it was a last minute change, the Dharamshala test, the venue was just not a couple of days, but 15 or just 2 weeks ahead of that test match, and you changed the venue because the facilities were not ready with the ground. So I can tell you what exactly happened. So they wanted to change the drainage system of that ground. So if you have to do that, you have to relay the entire ground. And because of the weather, that is the reason that was given by people associated with that job and the BCCI, that because of the weather conditions, because it is in Himachal Pradesh, Dharamshala, so they couldn't get the ground ready on time, because of which the match has now been relocated to or moved to Indore. But the problem is Dharamshala is a place, is a tourist destination also. A lot of people have already booked their flight tickets, have booked their hotels and everything, and there are times when you don't don't take these
It's not just Indians. Many Australians have also booked their hotels and other things in Dharamshala. They stand to lose out on money. Big money.
So is it unfair on them or unfortunate?
No, it is unfair.
Because I think there was some idea that you knew the weather conditions anyway.
See, you would have known. I was reading in the papers that the travel agent, the agency which is getting players from people from Australia into Dharamshala, that guy had gone to see that stadium in the last week of December. And he said, I was shocked. He said, I knew at that time it was not possible. And when things are not possible, you should raise the red flag then.
Beforehand, yes.
You can't have that in the middle of the series. Yeah. This is the first time, I mean, in this modern times that, a game has been shifted because of this. Logistically, other boards, they look at the Ashes. The schedule will be announced months and months in advance.
And they make sure that those grounds are ready.
Yeah.
Nothing
they
happens.
know where to play those
I think
matches.
Virat had said in 2017 or 19, when he said, when it comes to test cricket, you should not have more than 5 grounds.
Correct.
If not 5, you cannot and should not go beyond 6 or 7. Yes, the T20s and the one days and the IPL games you can
Host everywhere.
allot to anybody and sundry, but the test matches you can't have 15 centers. I mean, again, an India-Australia series does deserve a test match in Calcutta.
Correct.
Does deserve a test match in Bangalore, in Wankhede,
Mumbai.
in Chennai.
Chinnaswamy.
Yeah.
These are iconic venues, to be very honest.
Correct.
And if you are playing a test series of this stature, this big a series, I think you deserve to take. In fact, people deserve to see these series, these matches on big grounds. Irrespective, you will say that people from smaller towns, this is unfair on them. But if you want to see, if you are a cricket fan, if you want to see good Test cricket, travel to these venues.
Correct. That's how Australia and England have done it. They've always had their 4 or 5
centers.
And I'm not saying that you need to ape the Australians or the English people. Just that it adds value to that.
Those
grounds, the prestige,
to the match, to everything.
Yeah.
Why did the 2021 series win mean so much? You were in Brisbane.
Yeah.
You were in the Gabba.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Which is perhaps why we're in Test cricket, at least in India, because you've got so many of these centers. Like somebody asked the other day, what's that one fortress in India?
We couldn't answer it because there is no answer.
Delhi could be.
Delhi would be perhaps.
1987 was the last Test match that you lost.
Exactly.
To Viv Richards'.
Again, everywhere
Also, every
mixed
place is a
records.
fortress.
But for that to happen, since 87, you should have also played 30 Test matches.
Yeah.
Correct.
Or 25.
Correct.
Because you rotate these matches to so many venues, and it's understandable because BCCI pays a lot of money to
the
these
state
cricket
associations.
associations, to these state cricket associations. I think close to 60 crores, 70 crores. 60 crores.
More than that.
60 to 70 crores, more than that. And why do they pay them? Just to build facilities, just to build or develop the sport of cricket in that. So, if you...
But can one of the arguments be that, for, let's say, because there was that debate at one point that Test cricket is dying and whatnot, do you need at these smaller centers or other centers for international cricket or Test match cricket to take place so as to ensure the Test match
No. If you want to grow the
remains
audience,
popular and
you want to
remains
grow
like
the
a
audiences,
people's
you need to
sport?
be playing white ball cricket.
What is ICC's formula to develop cricket or to take cricket to other parts of the world?
What formula?
What is the formula?
What formula?
No, I'm saying they are saying let's
you play
introduce
international
T20
matches.
No, what they have been doing lately is introduce T20 cricket to smaller nations.
Yes.
Smaller nations.
Yes, yeah.
Now, if you want to go to or you want to bring people to the stadiums, I'm sure Test cricket, not a lot of people, trust me.
Yeah.
Still, not a lot of people come and watch Test cricket. I was there in Nagpur and all 45,000, it has a capacity of 44,900 people, 45,000 approximately. But I didn't see a full house any of
those
these
days.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of full house, by the way, many reports suggesting that the Delhi stadium sold out.
I believe Delhi, how are they selling? Are they selling the tickets date wise or what?
like one-
No, it has to be date wise only. Test matches, it's always like that.
No, but there in
You will have a season's ticket as well.
Nagpur was a season's ticket.
No, you will have day by day also.
No,
All day ticket.
It was for all 5 days. That's how they sold it.
Maybe they were struggling to sell for 1, 2, 3 days time, so they kind of clubbed it. Who knows?
I think
But
that's up to
bizarre.
them. That's up to
No,
them.
but then again, Nagpur is not exactly some place where, as we say, rich history of Test cricket, you can say.
Or was this because you're not sure if people will buy tickets for a
Yeah, yeah,
separate
that's
day,
right.
so you just might as well sell like an all-day pass. In most places, anywhere
Because if I
overseas-
remember correctly, this time, in fact, I checked the ticket also for
Okay.
a couple of people. I checked their tickets also, and I spoke to the local authority over there. That's what I was told. I might be wrong, maybe.
Indore, I think they have more of a fan base there. Would be coming. They've had Ranji success in recent
Madhya
times and
Pradesh.
whatnot.
So Nitesh asking if we'll be covering tomorrow's practice.
Nitesh is?
He's asking, are we going to be
Uh-huh.
coming?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Of course, this is the easiest for us to do. It's
Yeah.
home turf, literally.
Acha, we'll go to football chalk. Okay, Pratibha Handa has responded to your.
Yeah, Pratibha Handa says yes.
We'll
sir,
go to football show, and we'll also go to Lovely
also go to
Sweets.
Lovely Sweets.
Pratibha Handa is saying
So instead of the sweet, the
she
sweet
will
shop
go
you
to-
were mentioning, she's come up with the Lovely Sweets.
football
Lovely
chalk.
Sweets.
Lovely Sweets, yeah. Oh.
Lovely sweets.
Darsh Jain,
What
we
will
have
you
a
be
look at
getting
the
us
wicket
from
in
there?
Delhi. What can we expect? Another 3-day match.
If Australia bat that way, yes.
But since we've spoken of sweets, I'm just a little tempted to ask, what will you be getting us from there?
From?
We just had delicious what?
We had the orange burfi.
Orange burfi. Somebody in the comment section asked if you got us
Mike,
He did.
Mike.
Careful.
At Mike.
Anything?
मैं देख रहा हूँ कुछ.
Wo?
One second. You'll.
Huh? This same thing. Achha. Okay.
Oh, we have Mr. Shekhar join us.
Mr. Shekhar.
Mr.
check
Shekhar
that.
with the super chat.
Morning, gentlemen. Yaar, batao. Okay.
क्या कह रहे हैं?
He joined us 5
Any
minutes too
comment on
late.
the Indore pitch and the third test should have been shifted to Mohali due to logistics and similar conditions to Dharamshala. So I'll tell you what usually happens. Mr. Shekhar, can you go back to his question? Yeah. So he's saying that okay. Firstly, the Indore pitch. Well, you will find a turning track there.
Obviously.
As simple as that. A. Then he's saying, and the third test should have been shifted to Mohali due to logistics.
Logistical reasons.
Okay. So I'll tell you, Mr. Shekhar, what usually happens is the broadcaster has 2 teams. Okay. So now, for example, one team was here in Nagpur for the first test match. So now the second team will travel to Delhi for the second test match. Okay, for the broadcaster, and this first team that was there in Nagpur will now travel to Indore for the third test match. So that is how it works. It's not just that one team that will travel to all 4 places. So, and as far as guests, your anchors, moderators are concerned, they just have to fly out from one place to another. It's the other thing, you know, those cable work, you've got to set up the camera and all these things, that the entire system.
So yeah, Mr. Shekhar, we hope we've answered
Your
that
question?
particular question for you.
In it? Okay. Well, I think let's try taking just a couple more comments.
Yeah,
We'll then wrap up. Let's see. Akash Bhargava says, want to see a baseball versus India test in India. Would love to see that, especially because I'd like to see how exactly does that sort of a system work in India. Let's see. Manisha Singh says, explain something about Rohit's batting. How does someone look so comfortable on these pitches? You know, we discussed this a lot even during the test match, which you missed, by the way. But we did say that it did look like he was batting on another planet. The way he was batting, everyone else was being scratchy and he was just
Quite
batting
literally
amazing.
looked like he was at home.
Yeah. And he himself said afterwards, Manisha is saying that, you know, on spinning pitches, you have to be proactive. He said that you have to be proactive, you have to use your feet often, you have to put uncertainty in the minds of the opposition. That I think is the key to what it was that he was doing. Let's see. Harshad Binsale absolutely agrees, says we should play on fixed venues versus England, Australia. There are 5 venues, like say Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Chennai, Ahmedabad.
Perhaps. Yes.
Couldn't agree more. I think that's it. I think we can wind up now. So, yes, thank you all very much for joining us on the Live Dugout. We brought you a nice breaking news update before the BCCI did. So, if you enjoy our work again,
the platform, Roy SP likes that. He trusts us completely.
he trusts us completely. So should you guys.
And,
but if you have to trust us, you're going to show us that trust by subscribing to the channel. And of course, don't forget, like, comment, share these videos with your friends.
The bell icon, don't forget that.
Yes, tap that and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook as well. And also download the AajTak app. That's where we broke the news. So for now, thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow for another version of the Dugout. For now though, goodbye.